I was able to purchase a property in New York when I was in residency, barely making any money. Yes, let's talk about it. What's up, guys? My name is Dr. Safo Asante. I'm the Successful IMG. I am an urgent care doctor that works in the US, and I make videos on a regular basis to help you guys become successful. I also provide mentorship and interview preparation services to help people that are applying to residency get into residency. I try to make your life a little bit easier. By doing this, I try to set you up to become a successful IMG yourself. Yes, like I said, I was able to buy a property in New York, even though I made only a little bit of money in residency. Let's get into it. The way I did this was taking some money that I had access to in medical school and then multiplying that bad boy. I multiply it. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I did all of this. Stick along. Now, the reality of the situation is, no matter what job you're working, whether you're working a low-paying job or you're working a high-paying job, it is extremely difficult to live the kind of life that you want. Most Americans live paycheck to paycheck, whether it's people that are not making that much money or people that are making a lot of money. Now, me personally, I'm working with a lot of physicians that are working past the level that I would love to work. That's because of certain obligations, and that's life. It's not their fault. Life is basically a bunch of expenses that add up together. If you went to medical school here and you took out loans, your loans are upwards of $200,000. So now you're already starting from behind because you already set back because of your loans. And then in addition to that, when you finish residency, even though you're making more money, your expenses go higher because now you're going to buy a property. The amount of money that you spend on the mortgage monthly is going to be higher. The rent that you're going to spend is going to be higher. And then you're going to take your kids to school. So the money that you used to do that all of that adds up, and then you're going to blink and you're going to live paycheck to paycheck. How do you deal with this? You deal with this by multiplying your money, and that's what I did in order to purchase a property in New York. How did I do it? When I got to medical school, I basically had no money. I made money working as an EMT and doing some other jobs, but I used all the money. I don't know what I used it for now that I think about it, but it was all gone. But when I got into medical school, I didn't have any money. However, I took out loans to pay my school fees, to pay my room and board and all that extra stuff. I took out the max amount of loans. Good idea, bad idea, I don't know. But I took the max amount of loans and I took a portion of it. I put it aside. I put it into stocks. My thinking was, I knew most of my other colleagues were taking out the max, but they were spending it all. So their money was gone. So my idea was, even if I lost the money, it doesn't matter, because at least I try to do something to make me more money. And it worked out. So I put that money to the side and pushed it into stocks. I did a lot of research before I got into stocks. First thing was I read a book. The book, if you're interested in the book, just write down below and I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know about the book, so that you can read it. But it's a tedious book to read. I read that whole book and I kind of got some sort of method. Then I did some more research, just Googling here, Googling there, and I pieced together a method to invest in stocks. That method ended up helping me not quadruple, but quintuple the amount of money that I put in stocks. Now, with the money that I had multiplied, I was able to purchase a property in New York City, which I wouldn't have been able to purchase if I just worked for like a year or the same amount of years. I would have had to work a little bit longer, a little bit harder in order to save that same amount of money. There are many ways that you can multiply the amount of money that you make. It doesn't matter which way that you choose. You just have to be aware of the risks that are involved. I like to pick ways that you are less likely to lose your money. I like to pick ways that are less gimmicky. I like to pick ways that are a little bit more straightforward or dependable, if you would like to say. Now, there are things like Bitcoin and so on nowadays. I kind of regret not investing in that, but not one of those things where, boom, you can make money for sure. A lot of people lost money in Bitcoin, and I did eventually go in and I lost money. The best ways to invest have been ways that are dependable and for sure methods, like investing long-term in stocks, investing in value companies, not just things that you read the news and you believe that, oh, based on the news is going to move in this direction or that. No, long-term investing in a company that you know is solid based on your interactions with the company or based on your exposure to the CEO or whatever it is. So that's one way. The other way is in real estate, long-term real estate, but I didn't do that when I was trying to purchase my house. I'm doing that currently. So I'm continuing that same method that I used to multiply my money. We are not resting on our laurels and we're not depending on the amount of money that we're making, because we know that money is linked to the kind of effort that we put in. And if we stop working, we end up losing that income source. If for some reason you lose your job, you end up losing that income source. Just depending on that income is not the way. My goals are make the money, find ways to multiply the money so that I can achieve way more than I would if I just depend on my effort. Because I don't want to make more money by working more. Because all you do is burn yourself out even further. Hey, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you share this video with all your friends. Dr. Safwa Asante out.